Hey, shalom, shalom. All praises and glory belong to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Double honors unto the apostles, unto the elders of great milestone, and salutations to the hopefully elect, alright? The men that are pushing this word, in truth and in sincerity. This is Brother Yakal coming at you with another lesson, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. Alright, and this lesson is going to be entitled Signs of Heaven, alright? Signs of the heavens, right? Because as we all know, that there's a total solar eclipse that's gonna happen. Lord's willing on the 8th of April. All right. Now, just a couple of days away. All right. And just looking up a couple of articles and whatnot, and then I saw this one. Saying that the solar eclipse state of emergency declared in Niagara region. All right, and this was published on March 29th, basically the day before yesterday. All right, so it says a state of emergency has been declared in Niagara region, with thousands of people expected to head there to view the April 8th solar eclipse. A news release issued by the region said the state of emergency was declared out of an abundance of caution by Regional Chair Jim Bradley under the Emergency Management and Civil Protection Act, EMCPA, effective Thursday, March 28th, declaring a state of emergency under the EMCPA strengthens the tools the region has at its disposal to safeguard the health and safety of residents and visitors, to protect our critical infrastructure in any scenario that might arise. The release said, so anyways, let me go down on it and then I'm gonna make a couple of points. It says the release said residents and visitors to the Niagara are welcome to safely enjoy the eclipse on April 8th, and Niagara's local government, emergency respondents, schools, and other organizations have been working together with the province and other key partners to make it possible. All right. Police have previously said estimates suggest 1 million people could descend on Niagara Falls alone. Niagara region is along the path of totality for the eclipse. All right. Making it one of the best places to take in the event. All right. So basically, so they're declaring a state of emergency because they're expecting, a very large turnout of people, to view this solar eclipse. All right, and people making it a big deal. All right, for example, they couple of days ago, all right, I believe it was Monday, Tuesday, we had a blood moon, all right, and Monday, Salakia, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all right, and Friday, all those days, especially Wednesday and Thursday, the moon was extremely red. All right. And then in the morning when you wake up, because where I live, there's a open land space and whatnot. So when you see the sun rays, it was looking red, very, very red. All right. So you had a lot of people, taking pictures, even when the sun was setting yesterday, at the works, an elderly fella, he passed and he was like, oh my God, look at how red the sun is, or look at that red sun, something to the effect. All right, so you got people, being all excited, taking pictures, doing videos, making the little videos for the Instagram and Facebook, on their WhatsApp stories or whatever it is, and just taking this whole thing, for a joke, so to speak, but not realizing what these things mean. All right, and not realizing what these things mean. So that's why you get in the Niagara region people declaring a state of emergency because they're expecting millions of people to come there to visit, so that they could view this solar eclipse. All right. So yeah, so I just want to get a couple of precepts. But I want to read this one first. What's that? Jeremiah chapter 10. All right. It says, Jeremiah 10 and verse 2, it says, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." So the heathen, are always dismayed, all right, at the signs of heaven. Dismayed. I want to look up that word dismayed, which would basically go back to being surprised, yeah, Salakia, let me stand corrected. It says to cause to feel apprehension, great sadness or fear, or deprive of energy, to render lifeless, to subdue, to disquiet, to take dismay or fright, to be filled with dismay. All right, so basically go back to fear. All right, let me read this. It says a sudden or complete loss of courage and firmness in the face of trouble or danger, overwhelming and disabling terror, or a sinking of the spirits. All right, so scripture say, "Well, be not dismayed at the signs of heaven." So we're not being afraid, all right, or looking at the signs of heaven, as a thing to worship, a thing to glory at, but we understand what these signs mean. All right, we understand what these signs mean. So we not bugging out about it. Obviously we're gonna pay attention to it. We're gonna keep up to date with the news. You understand? Probably come outside whenever if it pass in the region and take a video or whatever. But bug out trying traveling just to get a better look at the eclipse and all this madness. It's mean what? This mean at it. Alright? It says what? For the customs of the Eden are vain. So like they're going into something else. But it says, for the Eden are dismayed at them. So the Eden are dismayed at the signs of heaven. Alright. So going into why these things happen. Alright. Going back to the blood moon that we had recently. Alright, and all these things. The sun setting, even the way that the moon was last night, at the first half, so like the last quarter, so like at the last quarter it's usually vertical, but last night it was horizontal. All right, so now you kind of see how the moon is getting ready to align, with the sun for this eclipse. All right, but yeah, let me get this. I think this is verse 30, somewhere there about. Yeah, this is Joel chapter 2 verse 30. It says, I read from 29. It says, and also upon from 28, just to get some context. It says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants, upon the handmaids, in those days will I pour out my spirit, and I will show wonders in the heaven. So in these latter times, all right, the Most High is going to pour out His Spirit upon all flesh. That's why you see a lot of people, having, a lot of prophetic dreams. all right, about how scary this whole place is gonna get, all right. Hey, and they're not necessarily in the truth, all right, or calling upon the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, but that's the Most High's work, showing that terror, showing that fear, right? But it says, verse 30, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillar and smoke. All right, it says the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. All right, so hey, the Most High is showing these signs. All right, it says, well, the sun shall be turned into darkness, and that's what's gonna happen, because in the peak of the day, all right, the moon is gonna align between the earth and the sun and cast in the darkness. All right, and then like we mentioned, the moon is literally red, and they call that phenomenon a blood moon. So we seeing these signs, but the reason for it is that these are indications that, hey, with days closer, with 1 day closer, for Yahushua making his second return. All right, and it's not just some random phenomenon that's happening, for you to go take pictures and videos and be all bugged out about it. Oh my God, it's a blood moon. Oh my God, it's a solar eclipse. Oh my God, oh my God. It says, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord had said, and in his remnant, whom the Lord shall call. Alright? So Lord willing, that this lesson is edifying. We give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, and double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of Great and Stone. And salutations to the hopefully elect, right? The men that are pushing this word out and treating it in sincerity. Shalom.